Well, it's about that time again. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Red Dragon Productions YouTube channel. I'm Red, and today we are going to be playing an indie game called Kingdom. This is the fourth game in our little road to Marvel Rivals. This is the game I'm going to be posting today, and then I'm going to play another game, and I'm actually going to post that tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, and then I'm gonna start the Marvel Rivals episodes on Saturday, and then with Mr. Fantastic, and then I'm gonna end it on Sunday with Invisible Woman. So, Invisible Woman. So, moving into this game, Kingdom is actually one of my favorite games. It's a little indie game that was made a while back, and it is a resource management game where you play as the last monarch of a dying empire that has been taken over by monsters called the Greed. And what they want is that every night the Greed will attack your camp. That's your running as you try to rebuild your empire, and they will assault it and try to hit you enough to take your crown. And once that happens, game over. You lose. And then you restart the game as a new monarch trying to come and make their stake in this land. But there is a way to take down the greed permanently on each island. And it's the way it's spread up is that you travel to different islands, you get more materials and resources in order to make yourself stronger. And in every island, you can make this giant bomb, and you can take it and you can destroy the portals that the greed comes from. And by destroying them, it eliminates the greed threat. And now every island, the greed gets stronger, with stronger, sometimes creepy looking units, and more powerful foes. And every island is they aren't different in terms of how they look, but they are different in terms of what they give you and how they're set up. There's also seasons, different warriors you can get to fight for you, all that kind of jazz. It's a really fun game. Now, over the course of the years, they have put out DLCs that change the game mechanics and your game location. So your base game was just called Kingdom, and you just played in medieval times. Then there was Kingdom New Lands, and that game is a expansion where you can travel, and that's the game that allows you to be able to travel different islands. Then there came Kingdom Two Crowns, which basically is a mode that patched a few things, made some mechanical changes, but primarily it introduced the ability to play with another person, and you'll have a monarch working with you. If your crown's destroyed, they can pay to give you a new crown, and it makes it a lot easier. And then they released Kingdom Deadlands, and Deadlands was just basically a reskin over the original game that made everything look spookified and creepy. It was kind of meant to be basically a Halloween skin. Then they came out with Kingdom Shogun. Shogun changed around a bunch of mechanics, gave you different units and stuff like that. It is basically a bit of a different game, and is an expansion that changes around the game a lot while also putting you in feudal Japan. Then they put out Kingdom Northlands, and this is a game mode that leans into the Nordic lands and Scandinavia. You play as Vikings. It is a lot different, and it also leans a lot into Norse mythology. And finally, last year, they put out Kingdom Call of Olympus. This is the newest installment in the Kingdom series, and it's where you play in Kingdom and you go through a actual full-on story mode. That's what I haven't mentioned. All the different Kingdom expansions and the base game, all of them are endless. You don't get a finale. You keep going until you die, then you restart and you keep going. And there's really no end to them. Call of Olympus is different. Call of Olympus actually has an ending where you play through a conquered Olympus where all the gods have been taken over by the greed being led by these super powerful creatures. I'm not going to spoil too much because it's actually a story mode. And you have to beat them. And in order to do so, you gain powers from the Olympians. I'm not going to spoil how, in what way, or how, or whatever. So it's a story mode. So my thought process is for today's episode, in our Roads to Rivals season one, I'm gonna play the base game Kingdom Two Crowns. Then next episode, since Deadlands is just a reskin, I'm gonna play Shogun. And then after that, the next time I play this game after that, I'm gonna play Northlands. And then I'm gonna end that off with a gameplay of Call of Olympus. And by the way, Call of Olympus was so positively received by the Kingdom fanbase that they said they might actually add more to the expansion. So they might update the expansion with a sequel or an add-on or something. So if that does happen, I'm gonna be playing through Call of Olympus multiple times. I'm probably gonna have to play through it multiple times anyway. I'm not gonna be able to beat it in one go. But yeah, that's basically what Kingdom is. So let's go ahead and play. It's a bit of a slower, more peaceful game, so I don't expect a lot of intensity like the last game. Last game I played was it was Broforce. Jesus, why was my mind blanking for a second? The last game I played was Broforce. Broforce was intensity and running around and murder, death. This is different than that. This was actually my comfort game that I play just to kind of cool down and calm down and have peace. So, my commentary is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be a little bit more subdued and slowed, and it's also gonna be me kind of just explaining this game and just having a lot of fun. So let's get into it. I don't play the game on harder difficulties because I'm not that good at resource management games. So instead, I'm just gonna be playing on a normal. And you can choose how you want your Monarch to look, what kind of design you want them to have. I'm going to be choosing the older looking king. And let us begin. I swear there is a way to change your outfit, but it's either not letting me right now or it will let me do it in the main game. Okay. A solitary king carries the crown to a new land. We're just galloping through the woods right now. Not even galloping, just walking. And here's the logo. And one little cool thing about the logo, yep, they have the shattering crowns, showing that your kingdom will never last forever. It'll always break down eventually. That's meant to be the symbolism behind the logo. And you're kind of following this ghost. This ghost was the last monarch of the previous kingdom that died, and they're basically trying to help you make yours. So that's how the tutorial acts. And you can gallop by clicking down on the movement stick twice. And the way this game works overall is that you have coins, which is why it's a resource management game. You need to properly distribute your coins throughout. So what I just did is I used the campfire to create these build stations. These build stations allow you to be able to get archers, and archers will hunt and get you more coins. And then builders, if you can buy a hammer, and then you can use the builders to tear down trees and expand your area. If it'll let me, which it's not letting me do for some reason. I guess it's letting me do it on the other side. More coins. I kind of already know what I'm doing, so I'm kind of ignoring the ghosts a little bit. But I didn't want to skip the tutorial. I probably should just skipped it. But walls will keep the greed out at night when they attack. So you build walls, and then you can expand your camp by having the builder chop down trees in order to give you more space in order to build out. It's a very quaint, nice game. But it does get hectic at nights when the greed come and attack. That's when it gets a little bit more insane. So we're just going to let the builder chop down the trees. Every time a builder chops down the trees, especially in the easier modes, they give you a coin back, and then they will sometimes give you 2 coins. Now, what you do here is that you'll ride out, and you'll ride out to these camps, these homeless camps, and when you come to these homeless camps, you can spend a coin to recruit these people to your camp. And that's it. And that's basically it. That's all you're doing. You're just running around, expanding your own little empire, and it's a little quaint, little fun game. So this archer has been putting in work. It already has 3 coins to give me, plus a 4th right there. I'm gonna get another builder because I'm kind of a little low on builders right now, and then I'm gonna build up that second wall. Now the music. I was talking about music in the Streets of Rage playthrough, but honestly, this game also has some amazing music, and it's gonna kick up soon. I'm kind of just waiting on it. Yes, get to work. We need to expand our kingdom and prepare for the assault. So when we come to these walls, what you can do is that you can spend more coins in order to build them up stronger. However, every wall has a minor limit, where you need to get superior resources in order to be able to continue building that wall up. Now, this guy is basically a kind of guy that gives you free money. I don't remember his technical name. He kind of just gives you free money and then you pay him a coin back to send him back to his camp. And in his camp, the greed won't attack him. They'll just leave him alone and he'll just kind of be left to do his own thing. You also need to periodically check in on these homeless camps in order to see if there's any more of them here for you to pick up. Do not, if you're playing this game, do not destroy the homeless camps. If you want, you can expand past them half the time so that you can leave them around, but do not destroy them unless you're ready to start hauling them up with your own money through a structure. I'm not going to really say how that works. But basically, don't destroy them. Instead, use that tree. I don't know how the music's kicked up. For some reason, my headset's not registering. Use this tree, or leave this tree here. If you chop it down, then it will destroy the camp. So it's getting close to night. I'm gonna go ahead and set up some more buildings, or another stronger wall, and get another archer. Since we're near nighttime, and also I need to start making more money. And the more archers you have, the more money you can get by having them kill rabbits. And the more space you have in between your walls, the more rabbits will spawn in the grass. As you can see, they're spawning from behind this rock. This rock is you can build up an archer tower. I really don't like them because in order to get one, you kind of need to lose an archer, because once you build up the tower up, the archers will stay in that tower permanently. And you can't get them down unless you destroy it. Which you can't destroy it. So they'll instead just kind of get back up into it when you tear it down in order to upgrade the tower. It's kind of annoying. Alright, now that it's nighttime, you're going to see your first little dose of greed in a second. They start off as these kind of little annoying creatures, and they cannot do good damage at all to these bigger walls at the start. So they really aren't that bad. The issue at the start is more your archer quality. Archers in the beginning, they do not do a good job in terms of fighting off against the greed, because they have shit aim. Are they not coming? Where are they? I don't know if they already killed them. Maybe they just came on this side and they already killed them, and that was that fast. Jesus. Okay, maybe you're not gonna see the greed. Never mind. Well, damn. Okay. So, let's get some more arrows and some more hammers in preparation for some new townspeople. I guess we're not getting any greed. We didn't get any greed that night, I guess. That was kind of dumb. I hate that. So, now that our town is a little more fortified, I'm going to go out and explore, which is a very important thing in the game. You kind of need to expand your bases, and this part is one of the reasons why. This ship, you need to eventually build this ship up in order to leave the island you're on. So we need to expand out far enough so that my builders can safely reach that ship. Oh, here comes the music! I love the music in this game. But we need to eventually expand out far enough so that the builders will be able to get to that ships and start building up safely without being in trouble of getting attacked by the greed. Because the greed attack your builders while they are at work. They will lose their hammer, and they will no longer be builders. Those will be random citizens or normal citizens. Then, if they attack again, they'll lose the coin you gave them in order to make them your citizens, and they'll go back to being homeless. Now, once that happens, the greed won't attack them. The greed will leave them alone once that happens. But it does mean you lost your citizens, and you need to spend coins in order to get them back up. Oh my god, I love the music in this game. It's so calming and peaceful and relaxing. And I'm kind of worried that it's not going to be as engaging. As... Oh, by the way, your horse has stamina. And in order to rebuild that stamina, you need to graze. So you basically need to eat grass. But if you're in the woods, you won't have a lot of grass around because it'll be taken up by the trees. Because the game's not a 2D plane. So you really need to watch out for that. Now, you also need to upgrade your castle. Hold on. Now that we've upgraded our castle to the second stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change our logo to something a little more interesting. Give me 1 second. This is fine, I guess. And let's make Dragon red. Because Red Dragon Productions. One of my only issues with this game is that when it comes to logos, you kind of just need to keep clicking the button until you get to the color you want. And it doesn't just give you the option to select what color you want. It's really dumb. I hate it. Come on. Give me a red dragon. That's pink. That was like burgundy. It is one of the most annoying things in this game. How the colors work. Here we go. That's red. And then we'll make the background like white, I guess. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll make the the top black. And you know what? Let's make that... This is fine. That's good. Okay. We now have our kingdom's logo, the red dragon. Represented by these. And, hold on. As you see right here, we need stone in order to make this wall any stronger than it is. So right now it's just going to stay as stone. And as you can also see, my archers are putting in a lot of work. Because we have given them a ton of land to hunt rabbits, and I have a ton of archers, so we are making really good money. Now, one little trick with the earlier greed is that they're only going to get like 2 or 3 of them. You're never going to get a lot of them. So that's the greed, by the way. They don't start off intimidating. But one little trick you can do is that they will take coins. So you can just feed them coins if you want to get them out of the way. Or if you're, and you can also do this to stall out bigger assault groups. It's really useful. Now, another reason why you want to explore is because of the fact that sometimes you'll find even more far out camps. And by exploring and finding these camps, you can expand easier. So I'm just gonna, oh shit, okay. This is the Griffin. And this needs gems. So gems are another form of currency in the game. That you can, another form of resource that you can use in order to get mounts and also get hermits. I'm explaining hermits if I come across them in this playthrough. I don't know if I will. I'm running low on stamina. It's just so peaceful. So it kind of starts off a little slow. It's a slow burn game, but it's very quaint. And here we come to the Mega Portal. In this cliffside is the Mega Portal. The Mega Portal is where the primary greed assault comes from, meaning that this portal is what the bomb I was talking about needs to go into to kill the greed off. I should probably start going away before they try to attack me. The Mega Portal cannot be destroyed by normal means, meaning you can send out assaults in order to destroy portals normally, but you can't do that with a Mega Portal. You have to blow it up from the inside out. So, but we are not to the level where we can do that yet. We need to upgrade our civilization. And to upgrade our civilization, we need more materials, and more materials means we need to go to another island. Now, the different mounts have different things. The Griffin is faster. It can eat mice and like worms from the ground, so you don't need to worry about feeding on grass to conserve your stamina. And it has the ability to blow greed away. I don't know if y'all are gonna see another mount in this episode. We are already 20 minutes in. So this video is not gonna be long enough to show that off. Now, your hunters can also hunt deer, and deer will give you 3 coins in exchange for one, except for one. But it's not really worth it at the start. Not yet. It's not really worth anything. So let's go ahead and upgrade the main base again. And send this guy back out. Let's go ahead and go and collect some people from these camps. These camps will only spawn 4 or 2 homeless guys naturally. However, if you lose guys and they become homeless, they will immediately all go back to that homeless camp, so you can just re-recruit them all from there. Here we go. Here we go. This is the farmer's camp. Farmers can get you money by turning these waterfalls over here into farms. They will graze them and work on them and turn them into farmland for you to work on. And whenever they harvest crops, it'll give you coins instead of food, because that's not a thing in this game. Even though I suck at resource management games, this game's a lot more simple than other ones, because there is no food, there is no water, you don't need to worry about things like that. It's just coins. That's all. It's just coins, that's it. That's all. You don't need to worry about it. The real threat is the enemies. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me not do that to this last one, because that's homeless camp. And I need to collect guys from there. The greed should be on their way. Unless the 3 coins I left at their portal was enough to stall them out. So I'm going to stick around this area so that I can stall them off, because I need my builders to come out here and knock down these trees. I swear, I could play this game for like... I could be on this game for a few hours, and if I wasn't recording and didn't have this headset on, I wouldn't even notice. So... But I just love this game that much. I didn't even realize we were already 20 minutes in. It's moving. It's also kind of just moves that slowly. We're definitely going to be stuck on the first island for this episode. We're not going to expand too much out. Unless I cut shit. Which I don't really feel is necessary. I want to just let y'all experience the game and get the game basis. We don't need to go that far to cut stuff out. It's not necessary. Let's go ahead and get these trees down too. I guess the coins I left at the cave did stop the little greed that were gonna come through. Now, since we have the waterfall right here, we will go ahead and expand our walls out to this spot so that we have proper defense from that water, or from that farm getting attacked. And by defending that farm, it allows our farmers to us to upgrade that farm. And by upgrading the farm, it allows the farmers to live in a farmhouse. And they will not leave that house unless the wall that is protecting it is destroyed. Then they'll retreat back. Now, the next part. This little guy you see behind this fire is a banker. He will store coins that you put out. He will come collect them and store them. And this is important because when you leave these islands, that means that they will no longer have coins to give you. So you need to make sure that they are stocked up on coins so that they can do things by the AI that controls the banker can do things on these islands themselves. Because if you don't have any coins, they won't do things themselves. They will just suffer from the greed and die. I mean, obviously the archers and stuff will still go back into the town at night. They're obviously not dumb like that, but they won't be able to do things like repair damage done to the buildings or stuff like that. They'll kind of just be walking around aimlessly. I don't know how many builders we have, but I want to make sure we have 4. So you really need to make sure you put some gold in that guy. Otherwise, you're kind of just gonna be the town will be steering without or kind of run around blind. They won't really be doing anything. So you'll kind of just be out of luck. Oh crap! I need to upgrade that wall. Hey y'all, give me some money. Thank you. Why do I say give me some money and then have that tree get cut down? Stupid. Yes. Go tear down that tree. And also build up this wall. I really need it. Well, we don't really need it right now. The greed aren't that active, but still. Better be safe than sorry. Now this game's pretty slow, not too intense, which is good because our next game, the game I'm recording for the video tomorrow, is gonna be pretty, a lot more of an intense action game that I'm usually used to. It's not gonna be slow paced like this. It's not gonna take its time. It's kind of just gonna be a lot more energy. So be prepared for that. The banker goes inside the castle at night. He does not stick around for the assault. So I will also say that if your archers are outside the wall at night, they will turn and shoot before they will continue to run because they cannot outrun the greed. You can outrun the greed on a horse, but they can't. So they will usually turn around and try to defend themselves before they really do anything else. So how far into the video are we? We are 26. Let's try and get to another island before the video ends. So let's go ahead and start working on that boat. This game is really just a cutesy little game, a little slow, not too much going on. Like I've been saying this whole time, my commentary isn't as frantic as it was with Broforce. But it's also not as interesting as Broforce's was because there's not as much to talk about. This game is just, it's nice. I love it. In unrelated news, the next game I'm going to be playing, I'm mostly playing it in response to the fact that it's getting a sequel. That it was announced at the State of Play, during a State of Play or something last year, that it was getting a sequel. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start a playthrough of that game on the channel. And I'm going to start it with the episode that I'm posting tomorrow. And that's because it's a story game, and I have a bad habit of not finishing story games. Like, I had God of War 1, or God of War 2018, I didn't beat it. I didn't beat it, I kind of left it to rot, and then I ditched the game. I got rid of it, I sent it back to the GameStop, and then I have God of War Ragnarok. I haven't beat it, haven't played it through. I know the story, but I've seen other people play through it, but I haven't played through it myself, which is, I've played through God of War 3. I beat God of War 3 through sheer willpower and an all-nighter. I beat God of War 3. I don't know how I did that, because I'm usually so bad at keeping up with story games. But yeah, I didn't do that. I have Devil May Cry 5. I have not even gotten... I've only beaten like the tutorial and the beginner section, and that's all I am in terms of depth. I have Black Myth Wukong. I got stuck at a part and quit. I'm just really bad at finishing my games. So my thought process is, if I start a playthrough of the game I'm trying to play in the next episode, then maybe I'll actually fucking complete it for once. And it'll actually be a bit of a hallmark on this channel. For some reason, one thing I'll say about the music is that sometimes it'll just get a little sad, or like mellow to the point of being a little sorrowful. That's not a word. It'll get kind of like, it'll lose some of the energy that it has, and sometimes it'll be a bit more intense. The music doesn't really have a system where it like ramps up and then it slows down depending on the situation. It's all either like, it'll just play music that is mellow or calm randomly, and then play music that is intense randomly, and then it'll just be back and forth. It won't really have any rhythm to it in what it plays. Okay. The boat's done. Some greed are on their way, so I'm gonna go ahead and take them down with these coins. Where are you, you creepy little bastards? Where? Where are you? Hello? Oh, okay. This is a hermit's hut. I need to stop to explain shit. This is a hermit's hut. The hermits in these games are basically like little people that you can put on your. Wow, that sounds kind of bad. There are these little guys that will come out of these houses with payment from gems, and they'll ride on your back all the way back to your kingdom. And then when you get there, they will give an extra upgrade to certain structures. So this hermit is the ballista. And so they will make it so that you can turn the archer watchtowers into a ballista tower. These are shrines or statues. And you can pay gems to these statues and then pay some coins to them in order to give your archer, one of your units a permanent boost. In this case, this statue is for the archers. So if I get some gems and then pay them to that statue, I can buff my archer's accuracy, I think, and damage. But I don't think the first island has any gems, which you can only get from, yeah, they only have the final portal and the dock portal, which I can't destroy right now. They don't have any gem deposits, which you can only get gems in chests. So I can't do this right now. I need to come back and backtrack. So let's go ahead and end off this video. We're nearly 40 minutes. I might cut some stuff down, some parts of Dead Space. Let's go ahead and get on the boat and head to the next island, and then I'll end the video off there. How about that? I'm kind of deep into the forest right now, so I kind of just need to fall back. Y'all, you know, the episode I was gonna do for the last episode was not gonna be Broforce. Instead, I was actually gonna do WWE 2K24. But I couldn't do it because of a little thing that you might have heard of called copyright. The video immediately got copyrighted because there's some stuff in the WWE thing. I was trying to do the WWE showcase, and there's stuff in the showcase that I can't show. It shows in the showcase. It shows like clips from actual like 90s wrestling matches, 90s and 80s wrestling matches. And since that showcase is specifically about WrestleMania, it was really bad because it had a lot of crap that I couldn't show. And originally I wanted to do it because there is a it was recently just announced that WWE 2K25 is releasing later this year. So I wanted to do the showcase as an episode, but I guess not, because copyright kicked me in my ass and really enjoyed it. Okay. So I have the boat ready. I just rang the bell, which means I have some archers and some builders coming to get in the boat. These guys are going to come with me to the next island. So now that I have all these guys set up, they're also going to kill any greed who come through. The greed, for some reason, won't attack them when they're on the boat. I don't know why. But that they're going to kill any greed who comes through. So that means I have a little bit of time to try and feed my kingdom some more coins before I leave, so that it's not left dead. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm just going to get on the boat and then get out of here. Whew. Yeah, let's stock up on... I didn't tell you to... Okay. We should stop them from doing certain things. Let's go ahead and stock up on the different jobs. Put some size out. Just a quaint little game. like I said, it was my comfort game for so long. I played it so much in the past. I fell off of playing it so much in modern day. After I beat, wow, I have much gold, too much gold, too much gold. I fell off of playing it after I beat Call of Olympus. But then I kind of, regret that, because the game isn't like a super interesting or intensive game or anything like that, but it has an insane amount of replay value. Because you can just keep going and you'll always find a new little thing, or they'll always, there has so many different modes that you can play through, and each of those modes have different things you can do. Then the Call of Olympus mode has an actual storyline. The Northland mode has a bunch of extra equipment and stuff that you as the rider can use along with the mounts. It's just all a bunch of fun, and I love it. Let me get a little bit more gold, I say, as I feed some gold to these homeless dudes. Let me get a little bit more gold, and then we'll go ahead and head out. Get on the boat. All of these, I just realized all the guys I summoned from this side are going to be farmers. Which is good because they're going to get gold, but... The banker has enough gold in the castle. Come on, guys. Come on, guys, you gotta have some money. It's not winter yet. Y'all don't need to be broke. Come on. Really? Y'all have nothing? Ah, that's a little surprising. Okay. If that's the case, I'll just get this money from this, the loan guy. And then I'll get in the boat to end the video. This is actually going to be a longer video because I'm already at 37. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just accept that. And go with it. Oh, by the way, this is another way to get some money. You can also stand near the banker and not move, and he'll spout out some coins for you. And he'll always give a moderate amount so that you'll never run out. That was actually probably enough, but just in case, you never be too careful. Even though I just dunked some coins into the ocean. How great. Okay, we're ready. We're ready. We can finally get off this island and go to the next one. And every time you go to a new island, your boat crashes on the opposite side of where it started on the first island you went to. And as you can see, you need a lot of gold in order to get on the boat. It took us... How many days is that? I can't read Roman numerals. It took us a few days. I think a little over a week. Or a little under a week. One or the other. In order to get on the boat and start heading out. Build, explore, defend, conquer. So, now we go to Island 2. And whenever you go to... Ooh, crap. Ow. Whenever you go to a new island... Sorry, I just dropped something. Your boat crashes on the opposite side of that previous island. And then you just kind of start all over. But this time, things will be oriented a little bit differently. They'll be in different locations. They'll have different shrines and different hermits you can collect. They'll have different mounts you can get. And that's just kind of the cycle of the game. But yeah, everyone, that was Kingdom 2 Crowns. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, share, all that YouTube stuff. I want comment for this episode. What is your comfort game? Like I said, this is my comfort game. This is a game I play when I'm stressed out or bored. It's always a little relaxing little game that I can rely on whenever I need to chill out. So go ahead and put that in the comments. And that's the end of this video. I'll see y'all around. Peace.